Well, Thomas Markle is back in the news. He's complaining he's turning 80 and he wants to see his grandkids, or at least get a picture. Well, and then the media comes out and says, oh, poor Thomas Markle. He deserves to be with his grandkids. In the United States, there are tons of people who actually split off from their parents after they get to a certain age. They go off, live their own lives, and they really don't interfere in the lives of their children or their brothers or sisters. And then we can all think of many, many people who are in Hollywood, and we don't know anything about their parents, their sisters, their problems, their complaints. But Thomas Markle is always trying to get media attention and probably money from his stories by going to the public media and complaining about whatever it is he's complaining about. And now he's taken to the media to try to force Meghan to have a relationship with him, to bring the kids over. And, that's a personal decision. When you have kids, you have to decide what kind of trauma are you going to bring into their lives. If you have people who are causing problems for the family, you don't want to bring them in, even though they're basically good people, but they have a lot of issues that you don't want to have your kids to deal with. Sometimes people are better remembered in a book or a memory, and that way you can skip over all the bad issues. Now, Thomas Markle is known for bringing all types of characters who are problematic and dangerous to the Sussex family, and the kids who are totally defenseless, and even to Doria. He had this lawsuit with Samantha that was totally ridiculous. Took years to get it thrown out of court. Many, many hundreds of thousands of dollars were wasted on this, and he takes no accounting for that. Then he also got mixed up with this Larson guy and had him invading the privacy of Doria and her home and the Sussex's home. And that guy went out and started doing tours around the Sussex's home. He even, I believe, is circling Doria's home with these tours. And then he was hiding cameras on or near the property of Doria so that he could catch pictures of the kids and, make money. So, just absolutely ridiculous. Thomas Markle makes very bad decisions, and they are decisions which could be life-threatening to the Sussex family and the kids and other people that are around them. So, no, you don't want Thomas Markle in your life if you can. If he is going to continue this wild behavior. And then he wants to drag Samantha and his son Tom Jr. in on the whole circus, and those two are just nuts and very mean-spirited, and so you don't want him and the other two half siblings coming in and causing problems. Meghan and Harry have enough to deal with. They're trying to get their life organized and started. They're trying to get a brand, and if they hook up with this man, they're going to get a lot of hangers on, lots of people who see his weak spots where they can get him all riled up, and he will try to do things to invade the family so that they can get profit. He says it's time for daddy to profit. He tried to get money out of the Queen after Meghan and Harry announced their wedding plans. It was absolutely ridiculous. So he's a weak link. He's probably a great person, but if you're in the public eye and you have certain security concerns, this guy would probably be not somebody you want to get too close to, because he's going to blab everything. He's going to tell people where you live. He's going to talk about the family constantly. He's going to bring out old pictures to sell. He's going to bring out old papers to sell. He's going to tell his side of the story of whatever it is that there's an interest in. Um, just everything. I mean, you just don't want to be bothered with all of the additional problems this man will bring. And it's not uncommon for kids to break off from their parents when they get to a certain age and they find that their lives are diverging. Megan is not the baby she was, and he is not the father he was. They are both different people, and they are just not meshing at this time of their lives. And then Thomas Markle, for some reason, thinks that he needs to sit down and talk with the king and start complaining about Harry and Meghan to each other. The king doesn't want that. The king doesn't do that at all. The king is not going to sit down and start bashing Harry and Meghan to Thomas Markle while he's sitting around in the castle. That is not going to happen, but that's the picture that Thomas Markle has. He can't wait to get into that castle, dragging Samantha and Thomas Markle Jr. Behind him. Thomas Markle Jr., of course, had a drug problem. I believe Thomas Markle Sr. also had his drug years. And then, of course, Camilla's son, who was also a druggie before she turned him on to cooking. So, I mean, these are problems he doesn't want and doesn't need. The king is suffering from cancer and is in his terminal years of life. He's trying to enjoy his years of being king, and he has no need or desire to meet with Thomas Markle to complain about the quote-unquote 40-year-old kids. Yeah, they're 40 years old. Why in the world is this dag hanging on by the fingernails trying to get carried into the castle in London and join the in-laws? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So congratulations, Thomas Markle, on reaching 80. But I think you need to stop bashing Meghan and Harry. I think you need to stop trying to get close to the kids. You are a danger to the kids. You're a danger to their safety, unfortunately. And when that happens, parents have to side with the kids. They can't side with grandpa. So enjoy your life. Enjoy Santa Rita, and allow Meghan and Harry to figure out their lives, do what they need to do, and slowly, painfully let go and stop rushing to the media. I don't have any relatives that rush to the media every time they want me to do something. If they want to do something, they write me, and you know their address because you sued them with Samantha, and so you know the address of their attorney. You can always write a letter to their attorney addressed to Meghan, and you don't need to go to the media with every complaint. It's just too much. You're becoming a pitiful footnote in history, and stop bashing the family. Let them go off, live a good life, and have a happy future. So that's the way I see it. What do you think? Like and subscribe. Bye.